We're reaching new levels in frequency, new levels in consciousness, continually going higher. The body is going as higher as well. And that's going to bring forward a lot of strange feelings, a lot of strange emotions. Remember, we haven't really gone through this before. This is all new. So we're going to be stepping into a new version of ourselves or a new reality that feels very foreign, feels very unfamiliar, and that gives rise to feelings of being uncomfortable, being scared, being a little anxious. That's all part of the process. See, when we start to feel different, when we start to lose the who we were as we're becoming the who we're going to be, but yet we're not quite there yet, it feels very disconcerting. It can feel very strange. You may feel isolated. You may feel alone. If you're going through any of these emotions or feeling this way right now, drop a comment below and let me know for sure. You are not the only one. So many out there are really experiencing this energy. But I'm here to tell you that it's all a good sign. It's a sign that the process is moving along and unfolding as it should. Remember, as we step into new higher frequency versions of ourselves, it's going to feel very, very strange at first. It's like putting on a new skin or new clothes, right? You're not quite comfortable in it yet. You got to get used to it. You got to move around in it. You got to start to acclimate yourself. And that's what's happening as we ground and integrate this high frequency energy. We're essentially rebuilding ourselves from the like atoms and molecules, cellular structure up. We're becoming crystalline. Okay, so we're moving away from the old dense material and moving into a material or matter that can hold higher frequency light. Think crystals, right? So that process feels very strange. We are essentially losing the old us. It is being transformed into a new you. And that process right there is why you're feeling very strange, maybe disconnected, feeling very uncomfortable. It will take some time to acclimate. As we acclimate, we further rise in frequency and we further ground higher, even higher frequency light, more of the multidimensional you. And that process continues. So it's very important as we move forward to really get used to this sense of newness, this sense of just everything is just different and it's constantly changing. The feeling of being unsettled and not knowing is good. That is the new coming online. We want to get centered, central. We want to get anchored and aligned and allow the process to flow. Okay, so we're moving away from a timeline that was very anticipatory. And when we couldn't anticipate how things were going to go, it would give rise to anxiety. We've worked through a lot of that energy as we continued to heal, continued to create space within the body, and continued to get present. We have shed a lot of those layers. We've created the space, and so much more of your multidimensional energy has dropped in. And now that energy is coming online. It's starting to be perceivable by you. Reality is starting to shift. You're starting to become aware of energy and anomalies in the environment that were always there, but you weren't at the frequency to be able to perceive it. All of that now is starting to come online. And that feels really strange. It feels strange because it's new, because it's different. We are creatures of habit. We are programmed to operate a certain way. As we heal and change and the programs start to shift and they start to break down, new starts to come forward, but yet there's a part of us that still wants to stay tied to the old because it feels safe, because it's what we know. So if you're feeling that pull, that is why. So how do we deal with this? Right? Well, we start to expect the unexpected. We start to get into the flow. We know that we are leaving behind an old dense reality, stepping into a higher frequency multidimensional reality. We want to allow that to move through us. What does that look like? That's not so important. We start to try to figure out what that's going to look like. We start to anchor or create stories around what the reality is going to be. and that puts us back into a box. We want to allow everything to unfold naturally. Just let the energy flow, accept everything that's moving through you. When you're feeling strange, when you're feeling maybe a little out of your element, maybe dreamlike or in a new reality, allow it. The best thing you could do in the moment is just reconnect with your body. Know that you're here. Bring your attention back here. Take a deep breath in and just anchor back into the body and allow the energy to move through you. This is how new unfolds. Again, detaching from the old. When things seem different or things are changing, subconsciously we want to remain in the old. It's what we know and we feel safe. That's the programming. That's what's coming up right now to be released. We have to let that go. You need to be able to let go of how your old life was and how it felt and allow the new to come through. That's detaching. It's cutting those ties to the old earth, to the old 3D you. We have amazing, beautiful energy coming through. It contains energy, your multidimensional energy, your guides, your star guides. All of that energy is landing. It's being embodied by you. And as a result, reality is going to start to shift, and that's going to feel very strange. I'm going to say it again. That is okay. Embrace, be grateful, appreciate that things are changing, even though it may not be in the way you expected it to be. That's okay. We want to keep our possibilities limitless, open. Just allow it to flow, allow the energy to move through you, and allow it to bring forward new magical experiences. Many of those are going to be multidimensional in nature. You're going to notice your abilities, inherent abilities, psychic abilities, all the clairs, those types of things are going to start to come online. If they're already online, they're going to start to amplify. They're going to start to become more active and more present. That is just simply the new you manifesting, the you that is multidimensional. All of the things that go with being multidimensional are becoming normal. They're manifesting. We want to allow that to happen. But as that starts to happen, it feels very strange. And a lot of times we want to go back to the old because we feel safe. Don't allow yourself to do that. It's okay. These emotions are going to come up. Allow yourself to experience them and to feel them, but keep that space created there. Don't identify with the old you. Just allow it to be seen, allow it to be felt, and know that it's there because a new you is landing. And that new you is going to bring forward a new earth, new relationships, new connections, new communications, a completely new reality. And that can feel really strange, but let's allow the energy to move through us and allow the magic to unfold. If we tie to the old, we're cutting ourselves off from all that amazing magic, the high frequency goodness, all the things we've been waiting for. We're cutting ourselves off from that. So it makes no sense to tie to the old. So when you feel the fear, when you feel the strangeness, when you feel like just things feel very different, embrace that because it is different. Let's allow that energy to ground, to anchor, to move through us and start to manifest into a new earth. If this video resonated with you, watch this one next. I'd be so grateful. Thank you.